Man was saying 18 degrees. We knew that was wrong. Mine is 25 degrees, so you never know. I'm still living in hope that we might actually get there. It's Wednesday, the 25th of September, and today, believe me, absolutely excited because we're meeting Rick Lovett. Yes, we are. But in the meantime, let me do this. That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, and very, very happy to have everybody joining us. I tell you what, if you're a first-time viewer, a special welcome to you. Really it is. Why not do this? Why not sub, thumb, bell? Yeah, bell notifications when we have important people, much like Rick Lovett coming out of South California today. Absolutely excited about meeting Rick, I really, really am. And why not subscribe, become part of the family? You know, yeah, go on. If you don't know how to do that, get hold of Barbara. She'll guide you through. It's pretty easy, pretty painless, really. And thummy thing, you know what to do with the thummy thing, right? Yeah, you do. Get epileptic with it. Go on. Go on, give it the big loving. But in the meantime, you may remember this.
Hello everybody, I'm Rick Lovett. When I listen to music, I listen to Galaxy 107fm New Zealand with Barbara Harkin and DJ Grant. They play some awesome music and they play Rick Lovett.
Well, I tell you what, he's joining us now. Here is Rick Lovett. Another drink, another song on Galaxy. So if you wanted to hear that, remember, check this out.
Hello everybody, I'm Rick Lovett. And when I listen to music, I listen to Galaxy 107fm New Zealand with Barbara Harkin and DJ Grant. They play some awesome music and they play Rick Lovett.
I love doing that, I really do. Michael Andrews is watching. There's that mysterious three others is joining us again. Nice to have you guys on board. Caden Gordon. Wow. Nice to have you, sir. It really is. I would love to talk to you in the very, very near future. Andrew Featherstone. Kia ora katoa, brother. Nice to have you back. Looking forward to catching up with you. We got some big news for you, brother. We really, really do. And I'm loving your new song too, by the way. Really am. Got to know, got to ask. Who's the young lady in your band? This is new. Let me know. Anyway, let's do this. Just while we're waiting. How are you feeling there, Rick? You okay?
Parker, can you hear me?
Every now and again, it's intermittent.
You know, I'm thinking about plugging in these headphones here, and it's got a microphone on it. Maybe it'll keep us hooked up.
Yeah, give that a go. Yeah, give that a go.
Oh, let me get my engineer. She keeps ducking under. She don't want to be on TV.
Too late.
Sorry, Pam, we already got you.
Yeah. Hi, Andrew.
Now I look like I'm officially on.
Yeah, that actually does sound better too. By the way, you're starting to look like my on-air producer now with one of those headphone mic things.
Push.
You're not alone. That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, and today, very, very humbled to meet Rick Lovett. Welcome to Galaxy, Rick.
Oh, hi, DJ. I'm glad to be here. Thanks for having me on your show. Can you hear me very good now?
Yeah, I can hear you a lot better, to be very honest. Nice to have you with us, my friend. It really, really is. Now, I realise that we were supposed to do this a couple of weeks ago. A few TK problems, but we've got them ironed out now.
Yeah, we worked out our problem.
Gosh, I see Caden Gordon is joining us, and nice to have you on board. And yes, let's book that, Caden. We really, really must talk to Barbara about that. But he's been promoting you, and believe me, Rick, he does such a great job. So I want to give him his flowers as well. You know what I mean?
Oh, I know exactly what you mean. Caden Gordon he's awesome. It's incredible how much he's done. He's a very young guy,
yes,
really
he
young, and he's got hundreds and hundreds of people that he's promoting. And I wouldn't be on this show if it wasn't for Caden Gordon. So here's a big shout out to you, Caden. You're awesome, brother.
Yeah, and I will second that as well. Robert Pentel is watching again as well. Nice to have you back, Robert. It really, really is. Of course, coming out of Long Island, and absolutely love your work. Hoping for something new in the near future as well. Now, Rick, we opened up the show with another drink, another song. Okay, you want to tell me about this?
That song there is a very new song. I released it about maybe 2 months ago, and I've released 2 songs since then too. That song's just sort of a sad refrain about a guy who's lost love, and it's pretty simple. He's lost love, but he realizes that she's lost some love too. So, because he loved her. So, and he's spending his time in the bar trying to drink them sad times away. And that's a pretty easy song for me to write. It's just I wrote that song really seriously in about 5 minutes, and it's just cruising along there. And that's my favorite kind of music, that music where you can understand the words, just cruising along there with some great country sounding music behind me. I got the greatest musicians in the world on that song. That's why it sounds so good, because of those musicians that I have on. You can't do this thing by yourself. It takes, I ain't going to say it takes a village, but it takes lots of good musicians and lots of people supporting you. So anyone who's listening to this right now, I want to thank them for listening to this. And I want to thank everybody that's been helping me, all of them. Hopefully I'll get to name every one of them and drop their names here, because I love them all. And those guys down in Tennessee there that played on this song, Jimmy Mattingly and Jeff King on guitar. Jimmy's an amazing fiddle player. Jeff King on guitar, and Paul Hollowell on the piano. All these guys are top-tier Nashville, Tennessee studio musicians, and all 3 of them have played with the biggest names in the business. So they take a song like that. I go into the studio with my great friend Jeff Forrest, who plays bass and drums and mix this song and does pretty much everything else with me. I go in there with a guitar, and I got this song where I'm just strumming along there. Another drink, another song. And Jeff gets out there and gets on those drums. And it's amazing how he turns these songs into very listenable, like cool songs. And then me and him are the only ones in the studio, and then he'll grab the bass and work out the bass lines on it. Then nowadays you can send your music to these great musicians if you're lucky enough to know them. And send my songs out to Jimmy and Jeff King, and I'd be remiss without mentioning this guy's name, Buzz Campbell, who's a great guitar player from California. He plays on a lot of my songs too. So Another Drink and Another Song, I think, was really made super good by the musicianships. The music's really good if you like that kind of music. And the words are good too, and I think the old singer, he pulled it off a little bit. Sometimes I wonder about my singing, but I think I pulled it off. I can pull off those easy-going songs, I think.
Well, I think you done absolutely splendid, to be very honest with you. Just while you're saying that, though, have you ever noticed how when relationships break up, and of course there's always a song about it, the only person with the only thing that wins is the pub?
Yeah.
everybody's in the pub getting drunk.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's right, in the pub. Yeah, see, I had to catch that word. You guys call it the pub. Over here, we call it bars.
Yeah, the bar.
Oh, yeah, in the pub. Yeah, I've been known to be in the pub myself quite a bit. And, yeah, a lot of my songs. My late brother, he told me when you write songs, he said, make sure that you write songs that they'll like in a bar. If they like it in a bar and you're singing country music, you probably wrote yourself a good song. So I don't keep that in mind all the time, but it's just sort of natural to me that I sing those types of songs that sort of relate to people that, well, having a beer and thinking it over.
Well, believe me,
Maybe a shot of whiskey too.
I've warmed a few bar stools in my time too. You're in a country where I'm sure that they don't approve of drinking and driving, is that right?
That's right. That's
Okay,
right.
so I got a question for you. Why do they put car parks behind the bar?
Why do they put what behind the bar?
Car parks.
Car packs.
Car parks.
Car parks. Oh, parking lots?
Yeah.
Oh, see, there we go. Yeah, okay. I don't know. Back in the old days, I don't think nobody really cared. And when I was a kid driving around with my parents and stuff, they both had a beer in their lap. Nobody was buckled in the car. Everybody was having a beer. Nobody cared. So I don't know. Bar owners. I've often wondered myself about the litigation, what the responsibility of that. They could maybe get in trouble, but I don't know.
Yeah, I think, to be very honest with you, these days it's a place for the police to go trawling. You know what I mean?
Trolling?
Yeah, I mean, they'll sit there in the dark waiting for somebody to come out of the car park or the, you know, and soon they got you.
Yeah, I think cops do sit around. And I want to make clear this. I'm with the bar owners. I'm with the bar owners. I've been in enough of them, and I'm with them. They should have the parking lots, and I don't think they can arrest everybody that comes out of the bar. I also lived out on a farm, and the bars you had to travel 20 miles out to them.
Now
So
that's
the
a good
sheriff would be
solution.
out there. He'd be watching.
They
could probably arrest everybody coming out of the bar.
Well, it's a good solution if you do a bull rush. Everybody at once.
Yeah, they could do it. They could do it there. I seen an article on one of the rags that said England is trying to cut back on the times bars can be open. Did you see anything about that?
No, believe me.
The pubs. They're trying to limit how much time the pubs can be open. Well, I could probably see that the end of that's going to be a lot of illegal pubs opening up and staying late.
Well, I tell you what, I think there'll be a lot of unhappy Englishmen if that goes through. Really, I do, because I think they have a very special relationship with their pubs or their bars. In fact, I think it's more like sweet, sweet love. To be very honest with you, sometimes. In fact, that's a good segue, don't you think?
Yeah, that's a great segue.
Tell me about it. Tell me about Sweet, Sweet Love.
Sweet, Sweet Love is that song. One day every night I listen to music, and I have a song list that I play. And there's a song by Solomon Burke that he covered called Cry to Me. And it was for a while, it was my favorite song. That changes. And so it's got an awesome beat in it. And the song was originally written by the great Otis Redding. And that song also, Cry to Me, when I was a kid, my first Rolling Stones album had that song on it. So I always loved that song. And so I like that he starts off with the bass going boom, 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 boom. So I wanted to do a song kind of like that had, because I'm originally from Detroit, and I wanted it to have some of that soulful beat in it. And if you haven't heard that song by Solomon Burke, play it. You're in for a treat. So, anyways, when I started writing this song, in the beginning of his song, he goes, he says, when your baby leaves you all alone. So I started my song off not copying him. It's just sort of you get this aura, you just kind of carry it with you. So it's like, I start my song off, I'm going too fast. I've been thinking about my baby ever since she's been gone. And I put that bass, boop, 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 sort of like the old Motown bass. And so that's what inspired that song, was the old Solomon Burke song and the whole beat of it. And once I got going on it, I just followed through with those words. And that was a song that I had to go back over a few times. Like there's a part in the song where I say, if I see my sweet baby, and I use the word if. And my wife is a great help on this. She says, maybe you should say, should I see my sweet baby? And so I changed that one little word, and I think that sounds very sweet. And there's another really old country song, too, called, Is Anybody Here Singing Sweet Flame? And so I kind of like just tripped off of all of those different reasons and wrote that song out, not thinking whether it was going to be any good or not. I knew that people would like the beat. If you use bass lines and stuff, and most everybody does, all this music's been done somewhere along the line. We're all standing on somebody's shoulders. So you use good bass lines that got a good beat, and you got a good song going there. Write some cool words to it, and it'll probably work for you if you get your music going right. And I think this song has some pretty cool music in it. Again, I have great musicians on the song again that supported me, and this song's doing very well. It's starting to pick up. It's starting to pick up speed, and it's especially in Europe. I think you said earlier you broadcast 125 countries. I think, DJ, that I'm getting a lot more hits because of you. I hold you responsible for that.
Well, I tell you what, right now you've got 1,258 requests for Sweet Sweet Love. So let's play it. You're right, here at Galaxy. Here, joining us live at Galaxy is Rick Lovett, Sweet Sweet Love. Ah, dear, dear, dear. Let me tell you, how many countries are tuned in right now?
163.
163 countries tuned in right now.
Hello, everybody. Can they still see me, DJ?
Yeah. Those on Facebook can still see you. Those listening to the radio,
Everybody.
those listening to the radio is listening to Sweet Sweet Love right now.
Can I mention somebody's name before I forget this? He's
Absolutely.
my friend. He helped me found the High Grass Rollers, the bluegrass band, many years ago. He's my friend Eric Biggins. He plays banjo, mandolin, guitar. He's an awesome person. He's probably my best friend that I've had down for my whole life. I want to give a shout out to Eric Biggins there. If you're watching, Eric, you're the man, brother.
Nice, nice. Got to say hi to Bo Gregory as well as Franco Nanucci. Nice to have Franco back again. Love the Rock Flowers too.
Oh, hi, Ken Meekin.
Haven't heard from Rock for a while. Ken Meekin's watching as well from, of course, country music social media. Love the
And
Rick.
hi, Wolf.
That's all done. Really done. Oh, and by the way, pass love on to Helen for us, won't you? It's getting hot in here. Gosh, what's the thing?
Can I say thank you to all those people that made those requests for this song, Sweet Sweet Love, the 1,200 people that made that request? Thank you so much. There's no one that appreciates this more than me. When somebody likes my song, I just love it. I ain't gonna tell you how old I am, but it took me a long time to get here, and I'm riding high with it. I'm so glad everybody likes this song.
Very cool.
Thank you.
Now, I've also got to let you know, Rick, that when we finish this, not only will we be taking a few photos, of course the staff are going to rush the monitors, but I want to talk to you about promoting you a little bit more than what I can do here at the same time. We have an association with the magazine that we'd like to put you in, if that's okay with you.
Yeah, I'd certainly be interested in that. Any type of promotion works for me.
All right. Well, believe me, we'll talk about this after we do the interview. But there is a bit of a story involved in this too, so it might take a couple of minutes to get through it, but it's very relevant for not only yourself, but for pretty much every indie artist that we associate with, if you know what I mean. This is big news. It really is big news. In the meantime, Shamrock Bar is up next, brother man. Okay?
Shamrock Bar, here we go.
Oh, we still got about a half a minute to go,
Oh,
so
okay.
we've got that. Robert Fantel is joining us. Hello, Robert. Nice to have you back, brother man. It really,
Hi,
really is.
Brenda.
Of course, coming out of Long Island.
Matt
And
Riverdale.
Sammy Soravia. Now, I love this young lady's work. I really, really do. Milton Blake. Hello, Milton. Nice to have you on board. Victoria Eamon is watching. Butch Goodhue, loving your work as well as Jimmy Fiano. Hello, brother. Wolf Milestein's in there. Ken Meakin. JB Stryker is joining us. And Brenda McCready, as well as Mark Willardell. Hello. Nice to have everybody on board. That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, and today we're talking to Rick Lovett, and I absolutely do love it. I've got to be honest with you, I'm a big fan of his music. Now, Ken Meakin says, sounds great from here in the UK. Absolutely it does, but he's got a but. Okay, but? What's with the but? Let me know. In the meantime, we are discussing live with Rick Lovett. Now, where are you getting this all recorded, Rick? Give me a shout out for your recording studio, your engineers, everybody producing it.
On this particular song, Shamrock Bar, well, as always, my friend and engineer, videographer, Jeff Forrest, he's the man. Jeff plays drums and he plays bass guitar on this song, and he's been my biggest help. When I went to him a couple of years ago, I decided to get back into music, and I went to him, and all of a sudden, these songs have really come to life, and he's brought so much happiness in my life for what he does there. And he's a great musician too. He gets out there, and I mean, one run through, he's got the drums, and I do all the backing vocals myself, but Jeff tutors me. He's so good at it, he gets the next octave and the next tone. He gets it right away. So he just says, "Can you do this?" "Ah," and I go, "Yeah." So he gives me like 3 of them, and then we get done with it real fast. So Jeff's the man on that. And then on this song, this is Shamrock Bar. Buzz Campbell played the electric guitar on this song, and he's an amazing guitarist. He has played with lots of bands, and he's from Southern California. The Stray Cats is one of the bands that he opened up for them, and right now the guy that played bass guitar in the Stray Cats is now playing with Buzz. And so he's a great musician, and he's just an amazing guitar player. And then, as always, there's in that Shamrock Bar thing there, that last solo that Buzz does, it just blows me away. And then right after he gets done with it, in comes Jimmy Mattingly, never to be outdone. He does a like that. That's like crazy. And so Jimmy Mattingly in the first solo is Paul Hollowell on the piano, and Paul has played with all the biggest names in country music, all of them, and he's just crazy good. So this song was just loaded with all them great musicians. And in the Shamrock Bar, when I was a kid, I grew up on the wrong side of the tracks, and I was a shoeshine boy down in the red light honky-tonk district of Detroit many years ago. And one of the bars I'd be shining shoes out in front of was the Shamrock Bar. And it had a great big neon shamrock hanging off, not much of a big, probably bigger than the building, hanging out. And it was always on at night, this big neon shamrock. And so you always had this green air shining the shoes in it. Well, anyways, I'm writing a book about some of the experiences I had there growing up there, and I got to the part where I got to the Shamrock Bar, and there was ladies of the night that came out of the Shamrock Bar all that time, and I knew a lot of them when I was a kid, and so anyways, I'm writing the story, and all of a sudden it just comes to me. I'm in the Shamrock Bar, and I ain't getting very far with the beautiful girl, but this came to me, and I thought, I gotta write this song. And I was working some other songs, but when I went down to see Jeff, I took the guitar and I broke that song out, and he says, "I don't care what songs we're doing, we gotta do that song." And yeah, I love this song, I love the background of it, And every time I hear it, it takes me back to the Shamrock Bar down there on 3rd Street in Detroit.
Now, Rick, just before we actually play this, my on-air producer's reminding me I've got to ask you this. How do we get hold of you as a fan? Are you on Facebook? Are you on X? Are you a talker? But more importantly, if somebody does get hold of you, do you respond?
Oh yeah, I try to do. Whenever someone gives me when they say something on there, I always answer them back. And if they just give it a like, sometimes I can go to their Facebook page, their profile page, and I will tell them that I appreciate it. And I always respond to that on Facebook. On Instagram, I'm on Instagram too, and I'm not on there as much. Maybe, I don't know why, because I'm not a technical expert, so I'm just learning Facebook. But I try to stay in contact with the people on Facebook. Most of the people who are on Facebook, they're the ones that I'm friends with on Instagram too. And so, yeah, I try to get back with everybody and say thanks to them, because I try to be polite to everyone, because I appreciate every one of them. If you folks that are out, if any of you are listening, you put in those likes for me, Rick Lovett sees every one of them, and I love every one of them. And I also, Caden Gordon has just put up a website for me called ricklovettmusic.com, no spacing. And all my songs are on there, all my videos are on there. There's a bio on there about me. This website's in a state of evolution at all times. So we're hoping to add a page where I can do some blogging and maybe have some comments. That's going to be in the future. And yeah, I have those 3 places. You can get all my music on Spotify, YouTube. All my videos and songs are on YouTube. I'm on all the platforms. Spotify is probably the place where I get the most listens. And I've been picking up listens right here, right over there in New Zealand, all over Europe, because of you, DJ. Because of you, because how awesome. I know there's a radio station in Australia, and there's actually one in Ukraine, and those guys play my music too, so I'm sure they're helping too. And but yeah, it's amazing. 25 or 30% of the people who are listening to my songs are in Europe. Well, and then, over here in the United States, your family and your friends will listen to you, and I played a few myself. A couple here and there, and but you're only going to go so far with that, and so. I don't have any relatives or anything in the UK or Australia, New Zealand. I don't have any relatives there. And I'm getting plays from there. Well, so I hold you responsible for that, DJ.
Well, I tell you what, Rick, I'll take it, but I don't know that that's quite accurate. But we are in every English-speaking country in the world, and some that aren't. Now, I don't know how that works, but I'm going to take that one as well, okay? So, let's, without further ado, get into it. Joining us live is Rick Lovett. Here's Shamrock Bar on Galaxy. Ooh, it's getting hot in here. Okay, fair enough. Gosh, is that Bourgeot? It is? Okay, D. Bourgeot. Nice to have you on board. I just had to check the pronunciation of your name. I apologise.
Hi, Kyle Elliott.
I think it sounds French, actually. Kyle Elliott. Nice to have Kyle with us as well. Rick, how you feeling? You okay, bro?
Oh, I'm feeling real good. I'm on the move right now. I'm on your show. I'm on the radio. Well, this is awesome for me.
Oh, believe me, we're very, very humbled and very honoured to have you with us, bro. We really are.
Thank you very much, DJ. I'm humbled to be here. Hello to everyone out there. I love you all. Thanks for listening in to Rick Lovett.
Don't you just love it?
Yeah.
My little grandson goes around going, Rick Lovett! Rick Lovett! So I got a copy of him. Hey, Tommy. How you doing, buddy?
Very cool. Very cool. When you show him the video, you go, hey, look, I mentioned you.
Hey, can I say hello to Joan Singleton and I want to say Mary Williams and Tom Ousley. They're promoters too, and they play people's songs all the time. They play my songs. They help out people. They're great people too. And hi Tom, hi Mary, and hi Joan. Awesome. I love you, all three of you.
You said, could you? No, you can't because you've just done it.
You know, that happened to the Doors on the Ed Sullivan Show a long time ago. I guess they did a song that Ed didn't want him to do, and then after it was over, he come out there and you know, Ed Sullivan was like, "You guys can't do that. You can't do that." And, they said, "Well, we just did," so they couldn't take it back.
Exactly. Robert Fantel is about to leave us. Robert, have a very happy and successful day. Take care of yourself and thank you. Thank you for loving us. Absolutely. Do you want to close that for us? Somebody in the background has got a chainsaw. How dare they? Here I do. Oh my God. Excuse me for a minute, my brain. I'm an asthmatic, so every now and again.
Yeah, I know how that goes.
Mike Gill is joining us. Mike!
Yeah, and
God, it's been a dog's age since we've caught up. We must have a chat sometime in the near future.
New music.
Yeah, absolutely. Always looking for new music, Mike. Really am. Anyway, coming up, Street of Diamonds. That's right, you're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, and we're joined today by Rick Lovett, and absolutely loving it, literally coming out of South California. I've got to let you know, by the way, Rick, 1,322 requests since we've been playing Shamrock Bar.
322 requests. Thank you all very much. I sure appreciate it. It's awesome. Thank you very much.
1,322.
1,300.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that it's hard to say how good that makes me feel. It really does, because I wasn't expecting any of this. I love the songs, and I've been doing this for a long time, and I'm having more fun with it now. Folks out there, don't ever give up on your dreams and what you do, because you never know when it's going to come to you. I was sort of laying low on this for quite a few years now, ever since the High Grass Rollers broke up. I didn't give up, but I just didn't have that fire anymore because I put so much into that. So a long time went by. I still wrote a song here and there, but I actually became a painter and artist. I was doing a lot of Bob Ross copies and stuff, and well, that didn't work. And so music kind of found me again, and here I am on this show having a great time. And I'm not going to say how old I am. I'm old enough. I'm old enough to buy cigarettes and beer.
Well, let me tell you.
Still ask for proof every now and then.
Yeah, well, let me tell you. I was around as the DJ for Noah on his boat.
On his boat?
Yeah.
Who?
Noah. Noah.
Oh, Noah. I know I'm way older than you, brother.
I've got a few years, believe me, I do. Of course, you do realise that Noah being the big saviour of all the animals and the 2x2s and everything like that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yep, of course.
So.
Yeah, of course, his boat was made of cubits, right? They measured it out in cubits, remember?
Uh-huh.
That was the measuring of the day. Well, of course, it took 40 days and 40 nights of rain for this boat, right?
Yeah.
Let me tell you, last year, believe me, wintertime, 90 days, 90 nights, consistent rain, not a let up. We're all wondering if we're going to start growing webbed feet. Didn't see a boat. No boat. I mean, come on.
Floods.
Oh, wow.
I mean, 40 days, 40 nights, somebody gets a boat. We got 90 days, not a boat. I saw a canoe. I got to admit, I did see a canoe. It went driving past, you know, in back of a trailer. No boat, literally.
90 days.
Yeah, I'm not kidding.
Well, you know what? I live in the desert. I live in by Palm Springs, California. I live in the Coachella Valley Desert, and it very rarely ever rains here. And I'm originally from Michigan, where it snowed and rained all the time. So I really love a good rain. When I go to Michigan, people and it's raining, I'm happy, and they say you bring the rain with you. And one summer back in '68, I think in 1968, it rained for 30 days, I think, and it rained out the baseball for the whole month, I think. And so I miss the rain. I feel sorry for you guys. 90 days, that's a bit much, but I love a good rain, and a good rain makes for good songs too.
But
It kind of sets the mood if you want to write a sad song.
it kind of does. And you know something, I've got a friend of mine, her name is Therese. She comes out of Mumbai, India. I was saying to her one day, you know, you guys are coming into the rainy season. She goes, it's starting to rain outside. She was happy about it. And I'm sitting there going, seriously? You're happy about rain? It is sopping outside. We don't want it anymore. Please take it from us. And she's celebrating. She's going, you know, it's the start of the rainy season over here. We absolutely love the rain. So on your point of view, I get what she was saying now. I really do.
Yeah. Sometimes it won't rain here for 3 or 4 months in a row. We won't have a drop of rain. Then sometimes it'll look like, for 3 days, it'll look like it's going to rain, and it'll look like it's going to rain. It'll be dark clouds, and we won't get a drop.
Well, you know the thing about rain, don't you?
Yeah.
It makes streets of diamonds.
Yeah, that's right. It sure does. It grows them. Streets of diamond.
There you go. A good segue, my friend. I think you should own up to this one. Tell me about it.
Oh, on this song, Street of Diamonds, this song was written by my other brother, Ray. I remember the night that we did this song. He had the words to it, and in a rare thing, we were all three together. And writing. Sometimes it was me and Steve or me and Ray, but this night we were all together, and then he started singing the song, the words to it. I met you on a street of diamonds, I drank your love. And I thought the words were really cool, so I didn't know what to put to it, so I just started doing that old faithful old rock beat. And there it came, Street of Diamonds. And then I said, what's going to be the second verse? And he goes, we're riding along on flaming wheels, and every work curve, your love's a thrill. I thought those are some pretty good, cool words. And but then I thought about flaming wheels. I don't know about that one. That's pretty. But yeah, I like it. That's another one of those songs where I've got all Jimmy Mattingly on the fiddle, and I think Buzz is on that song on the guitar, and yeah, it's just loaded with great musicians. That song. Again, my brothers are the root of this song. Not all of my songs, I did most of them, but Ray is the root of this. He was a great bass player and a great singer in my band, the Lovett Brothers, or our band, the Lovett Brothers. And he wrote this song. Kudos to Ray Lovett for this song.
Absolutely. Got to welcome along Christina Morell as well. Nice to have you back with us, Christina, and Nicole Danielle. Nice to have you with us as well. He is joined live today by Rick Lovett, Street of Diamonds.
How you guys?
On Galaxy. How you feeling, brother man? You okay?
I'm fine. I would be remiss if I didn't mention that piano player's name there, Paul Hollowell, who's on the piano on this song too. It's just, I love this song. It's just a rocking song, and it's doing very, very well too. I wouldn't call this a country song. Depends on what kind of rock. There's dozens, hundreds of different kinds of rock now, right? I think this is a rock song.
I think it's music to drive fast to.
Yeah, it's music to drive fast to. But in Michigan, if you let your windows down in the spring, when it gets to be about 40 degrees, you start letting your window down and opening up these cool songs like that. This would be a good one for that.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. In fact, I'm going to let you in a little secret. I do actually play this track in my car.
Whoa, thanks a lot there. Thanks a lot, DJ. That's awesome, brother.
Play 2 of your tracks in my car. I do.
I appreciate that. That makes you feel good because you've got thousands and thousands of songs to choose from. You could choose from Led Zeppelin, the Beatles, the Rolling Stones, and you chose to listen to a couple of Rick Lovett songs. I
do. And one of my most faves, and I've got to be honest, I ain't got the money. That's the one for me.
That song. I appreciate that so much. That's my, so far, the most listened to song.
Okay.
And that song, have we played that song yet?
No,
Did you play
it's
that?
up next. It's up next, and I'll give you the stats for that.
Okay, that song there, I Ain't Got the Money. Again, I wrote that song quite a long time ago, and I was playing with the High Grass Rollers, and I was going to do it with them. What got that song was, there's an old Hank Williams song, and you're probably too young to remember this, but he said, if you got the money, I got the time, we'll go honky-tonkin'. So I just sort of answered Hank Williams, I ain't got the money. But the way I started the song was, there was a Jerry Reed song a long time ago called Misery Loves Company, which was made famous by the great Porter Wagner. And that song starts off like this. So break out the bottle, bring on the crowd. So because I was doing that song in bars a lot at the time with the band, it just sort of came natural to me. I was answering Hank Williams, and I was sort of using Jerry Reed's song to start me off. I ain't got the money, instead of, so break out the bottle. Because one thing I knew for sure is that the music would work on it, because it's not an exact copy, it never is. But these musics have all been done. If you're writing a song, just use grooves and stuff that's tried and proven. Put your words to it, put your own taste to it, your own layers and your own, but don't try to reinvent music.
No,
just get
no.
into it. I'm rocking here.
Rick, I'm
This
going
is
to
my
have to.
version of it.
I'm going to have to cut in there, bro. We're just running out of time. Hold on.
Doesn't want me to go.
That's right. You're right here at Galaxy 107 FM, and today we're in South California talking to Rick Lovett, and of course Street of Diamonds. Absolutely love that track. Butch Goodhue sent 99 stars. Brilliant. Not quite 100. You know, I'm not 100% yet, but I'm almost there. Thank you, Butch. I really appreciate that. Today, believe me, I'm absolutely elated because I've got a lot of time for this artist. I really do. And Rick, it is an absolute pleasure to have you on board. Now, I've got to ask you, anything new coming up in the near future?
Oh, yeah. I've got, because my friend and producer and director Jeff is leaving, we're trying to cram as much stuff that we can get in there. I just released Shamrock Bar about 5 weeks ago, and then a couple of weeks ago I released a song called Lovable Love and Life, which is a really beautiful song too. And I've got another song that's all done. It's just sitting there. I don't want to release it because I don't want to release too many at one time. So it's sitting there, and I've heard if you release a song once a month on Spotify, something about their algorithms will help you out. So I'm holding it back for another month. That song's called Please Wait Till I'm Asleep. And that's a beautiful song, and it's just sitting there. It's all ready to go. Oh, the only thing I don't have for it is I don't have the cover made for it yet. But I'm not going to release that song for a couple of more weeks. And then I've got a video for Another Drink, Another Song. That video is almost done. That'll be coming out in a couple of weeks. Then I have another video that's related to a song I did, a year or so ago called Part of a Love, which is picking up steam too. And so I got those two videos done, and Jeff and I just recorded another song, but it's not going to make it until January. And we're going to try to do 5 videos in October. And so I got a lot of work to do, and he's got that song, and I've got 2 songs. I got the 2 songs waiting to come out. The other one is Sitting in an Alley, which is a real rocker, and I think you're going to really like that song, DJ. It's called Sitting in an Alley, and this song really came out good. But it ain't country, and it's rock. Some people say, well, I'm not sure what rock is now. Is it Buddy Holly? Is it Pearl Jam? I don't know. To me, it rocks me.
Well, there you go, and that's all that matters, to be very honest, is your own interpretation of rock. That's it. But having said that, my friend, I'm really, really impressed. I really, really am, and would love to have an ongoing relationship with you. So if you're going to pass me on some more music, basically I'm saying, will you come back for another interview?
Oh, I'll come back anytime you want, DJ. I really appreciate you having me on this show. I think you're a great guy. If you was over here, we'd be friends. We'd go out and have some beers. If you drink, we'll go out and have some beers together. Hopefully one of these days I'll get to New Zealand. We'll have some beer together.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll take you up on that. But the problem is, you never know. The last time I was in Las Vegas, for instance, I got arrested for being drunk. Really did. You know, we came out of a casino and walked down, staggered down the road right into a police officer. You guys come with me.
That's amazing. In Las Vegas, I thought everybody was drunk.
So did I.
How'd they get you, DJ?
So did I, but I think it was my accent. Yeah, maybe you are that drunk. You better come with me. You don't sound American at all.
Yeah.
You never know. Believe me.
Las Vegas, I haven't been there. I've been there many times, and I only live about 200 miles from there. But I haven't been there probably to stop off in 10 or 12 years. It just, every year it seems like 5 more new buildings go up. And the first time I was there, it was in '76, and it was awesome, man. That strip was just awesome. But now it's just so big and so corporate looking that, I don't know. I don't even stop anymore. I drive by it, but I don't stop in Vegas no more. It's just too big and like impersonal or something. And there's a lot of crooks in Vegas too out there on that strip. You better watch yourself.
Well, it was set up by the mob in the first place. I mean, of course, it's just natural, really, isn't it? But having said that, I mean, the last time I was in Las Vegas, literally, I was the senior engineer for a very, very famous band. And I was travelling around the world. We happened to do a few shows in Las Vegas while we were there. So believe me, it's been a while. Got to be honest. Having said that, if I go to honestly, I really can't afford to go to the casino. And to be very honest with you, Rick, I just ain't got the money.
Me neither, JJ. I stay out of them casinos.
I really do.
I lost some money there one day. I guess I had the sad look on my face, and the girl said, "How do you think they built Las Vegas?" Don't feel so bad.
No, believe me.
It was years ago.
Yeah, believe me. And I sort of went in feeling more confident than I came out, let's be honest. But at least I was drunk. Having said that...
That's good.
Yeah, at least I got... You know, the problem with beer is you only rent it, right?
Yeah. You know, my old friend used to say the only thing wrong with drinking is when you quit.
Yeah, that's the truth. So I think it would be remiss of me, Rick, if I didn't ask you about your most requested track, I Ain't Got the Money.
Excuse me. Yeah, I Ain't Got the Money. That was the song, that was, when I wrote that song a long time ago, I really felt like it was a good song because I had 2 good things going. I'm talking about money and I'm answering Hank Williams, but most people don't know who Hank Williams is or they don't recall that song, so that doesn't really matter. But I knew I had something there because it worked for him, it worked for me. And then Jerry Reed's song that starts off with, so break out the bottle, bring on the crowd. So it doesn't matter what bar I was in. It could be a beach bar in California, it could be a country bar, a shot in a beer bar. They all love that song. Break out the bottle. Misery Loves Company, which was done by the great Porter Wagner. And so I knew that I had the music going on it, and I knew the words were good on it, but I've never thought of myself as like a really studio great singer. I'm a bar singer, I thought. Now I'm a studio singer, but I just never had that great confidence that I'm going to have a hit record or anything. But I thought that might be the one. And when I went down, and when it came back to me, what happened was I was out shopping. Because I asked Pam, I said, what got me back into this? She said, you came home with some groceries and sat them down and said, I got the second verse to I Ain't Got the Money. And that was, I had me a job on a railroad line. So now I got the railroad in there too, right? And so I was so enthused about it, I thought, I'm going to record this song. And my first thought was, I'm going to go to Los Angeles or somewhere around here and I'm going to record this song. And then I thought about Jeff Forrest down there in Elk Grove. It's a little bit of a drive from me. And I thought, now I'm going to go down and see Jeff Forrest. And when I went down there and me and him recorded this song, he was so happy with this song. He said, that's one of the best songs that we've ever recorded, that I've ever recorded here. And I was so excited about that because everything seemed to be working for this song. And if I ever have a hit record, I think it'll be this song or maybe guitar song. I think this song works.
Well,
I ain't got the money.
I got to agree with you, and in fact, our audience, we call it the noise here at Galaxy because they're not shy about telling us how much they love a particular artist and a particular track. 1,853 requests for Ain't Got the Money here at Galaxy since we've been playing it. Joining us live is Rick Lovett. How you feeling, bro? You okay?
Oh, I'm feeling great. All that song's playing. I want to give a shout out to the guitar players on that song who was Buzz Campbell again from Southern California, and the great Russell Hayden, who is originally from San Diego but now lives in Nashville, Tennessee. He just totally blazed it on the steel guitar on that song, and I want to give a shout. I want to forget Russell, and I don't want to forget Buzz. I love those guys, and they're amazing musicians. A long time ago, I was sitting in a bar with a guy I was playing in a band with, Al Savage Saworsky, and we were talking about the guitar player that was up there, was doing a great job, and Al was sort of a serious skeptic. And he goes, well, he's just up there doing all the things that he practiced. And I said, yeah. And he goes, you know something? He says, nobody makes it in this by themselves. Nobody can do this by themselves. And that's so true. I have so much help helping me do this. I could sit here all day and give accolades to the people who helped me, especially my wife. I wouldn't be on this show if it wasn't for Pam. I wouldn't. My songs wouldn't even be copyrighted if it wasn't for Pam. She does all that work for me. She's the greatest person in the world. So I have all these people that are helping me. I'm just this old guy with an acoustic guitar. I ain't got the money. Then all of a sudden, I got Jimmy Mattingly. On that particular song, I didn't have a fiddle in it. It was mostly Buzz Campbell and Russell Hayden on the steel. And I really do love that song. I thank everybody for liking that song. You know, you could write 100 songs, and they're all pretty good songs, I guess. But maybe you don't have that song that'll break through that people really like. Like you have this song on your radio because you like it, even though you have all these other choices. You like this song, and that song is working for me like that. And I'm so happy about that, folks. It's just crazy how happy I am about this situation.
I think that song is a testament to your work.
Well, thank you very much. It's been a long haul. I've been writing songs for a long, long time, and I play mostly acoustic guitar. I can say some lead, oh yes. They're not on my songs, so I use better guitar players than me. But,
Okay, right.
Thank you very much for the compliment.
I'm going to have to cut in there, bro. I gotta be honest with you, Rick. You caught me enjoying myself.
Oh, well, no problem. I'm a good talker. Sometimes you gotta cut me off. Pam's telling me all the time, let them talk. Let them. Okay.
From time to time, we do run out of time, so I do have to be rude and cut in there. Lemoyne Alexander is watching. Nice to be on board, Lemoyne. And Jason Wayne Gillum. Welcome to Galaxy. It's an absolute pleasure to have everybody on board. Joining us today with Rick Lovett coming out of South California. And Rick, we have come to the end of the interview, unfortunately, but please don't go anywhere because there is a little bit that we do after this, and believe me, you will absolutely love it. Got to pass on absolute love to Pamela and thank her for everything she's done. Believe me, it's been an absolute pleasure to catch up, have a conversation with you, talk about music, and looking forward to building a relationship with you in the future. Now, you were saying you got videos coming out, new music coming out. got to ask you, are you familiar with the Galaxy Artist page on Facebook?
The Galaxy, I got your radio page. Is it a certain page for marketing?
Well, I tell you what, if you're not familiar with it, I'll get Barbara to introduce you to the page, simply because, again, it is free for artists. It doesn't matter what sort of artist. If you're a business, well, maybe we better talk about that, but it's all about promoting artists. Now, it doesn't matter if you're bringing out a new video, a new track. If you're going to the opening of a shoebox, use it, use it, use it, use it, use it. And if I didn't say use it, please use it, because believe me, there are so many people in the world that go and have a look in there. Could be a promoter, could be an agent, it could be somebody who's got a venue that's looking for an artist. You know what I mean? And
yeah,
that, believe me, does work. People do get hold of people like that through the Galaxy Artist page. Phyllis Slater-Gann is joining us. Nice to have you on board, Phyllis. Welcome to the show. Now, unfortunately, we are going to wrap it up right now, but please don't go anywhere, my friend, because there is something very, very interesting I want to talk to you about, which includes promoting you in a magazine. And believe me, you'll be fascinated with this. At the same time, I will give you stats on how many people were tuned in. Well, actually, I can't call it people. It's actually devices that we ping off. We could be 10 people, could be 1, but I'll give you those numbers as well. And I think you'll be very, very impressed with that. I really do. Having said that, in the meantime, have a very happy and successful day, folks, and take care. Barbara and myself, we will be back on the breakfast show tomorrow morning, just after 5 o'clock. Well, Barbara says about 5:30, and join us through until 10 in the morning. In the meantime, take care, stay safe, have a happy, happy day, and from me, it's happy radio, everyone. How was that?